Hello, everyone. This is Wasif. Just wanted to share um, some more information about insurance. I know a lot of people don't understand how the insurance companies work, and they end up overpaying for their insurance. Of course, yeah, some people don't even know how to go online and try to choose different options to tailor the insurance to their needs. So let's say, for example, deductible, the premium, the amount, other things you can choose. And of course, when you were talking multiple car discounts, stuff like that, there are other discounts. And now there's something like a snapshot devices that are offering based on how much you drive and all this stuff. So a lot of insurance companies are basically calculating the risk of a different driver and trying to find out how much uh, uh, risk a person is, and then based on that the rate changes. And it's not like you can compare your rate to your neighbor or anything like that. It's just not the way. It also depends on your driving record too. So if you're driving good, you don't have any tickets and stuff like that, the insurance will of course be different. Now it all looks easy, but it's not very easy. It's very complex. They're also looking at your credit now, so they look at so many factors. But um, I've done extensive research on insurance, and of course, for my own use, I'm not an insurance agent or anything like that. So what I've done is I've gone online and I've gone to all major insurance companies, and I calculated. I went through, got the quote after putting in all the information myself. I didn't talk to anybody. I just did it online to get the actual insurance, and I just did parameters to make it um, similar. So I found out, all insurance companies are a little bit uh, different, and some focus on um some factors and other on the other. But some companies also are, like, for example, Progressive is good for people with accidents or tickets, because they are generally more risk tolerant. So they tend to be more giving as far as that goes. And I've had them in the past, and you know um, I had good experience with all the insurance company. No one, Progressive, American Family, Geico, and what else I had, I don't even remember. But I think these are the main ones that I had. Long time I had an American Family too, but um, and I had an agent, and I basically let them uh, you know uh, deal with all the, like, deductible and all the coverages and all stuff, and they gave me a good rate. So it wasn't like that when I was tired of doing it manually, and just went over there. And I believe the main reason for that was my dad, because he was in the age group where he was less risk at that time. And I'm talking about, not now, I'm talking about 25 years ago, or actually more than that, um, almost 27 years ago. So he was less risk at that time. And I was actually high risk because I did have some ticket or something, and a speeding ticket, and maybe even an accident. But long story short, um, the agent tried to get my business, and they gave me a very good rate. And eventually, basically, I mean, rates do go down, and the longer you've been. But I don't think they offer you all the discounts, because of course it's a business, they're trying to make money. So the best way is to shop around for the rates and look around. So it's your money. If you are if you are paying more for the car insurance, then you're just wasting your money. So if you can save, let's say, $50 a month, that's $600 a year. So, and and that's good chunk of money. If you're saving $100, then that's $1,200 so a year, and that's the money that you don't have to spend if you save that. So now the thing is, I found this insurance company. I've been using him for 1 year now, and of course, I shopped around the rate. Um, the thing is, I'm the only driver, and I have multiple cars. I don't drive that much, and m- most of the insurance companies don't care. Even though they have some program like Snapshot with like they track your driving, but they didn't give me the rate, like big discount or anything like that. Because imagine if you have three cars and one car you're driving, you can't really justify paying three times like full price for the insurance. It's very hard. So my other option was to not have insurance on all four cars at that time, and just have it on one or two maybe, and then cancel it, add it. It's just a hassle. So I'd rather have the insurance and let them give me a better rate, so I don't have to pay for the same amount as if I was driving that car all the time. So if you have one car, you're driving it all the time. You're not really, but the rate didn't change if I had two cars or three cars and one driver. They basically charged me what they would have charged me if I only had one car. It wasn't that much different. So, long story short, I went through this insurance company called Metro Mile, and they basically have a GPS tracking device in your car. It's a OBD2 device, and it basically um, tracks how many miles you're driving, and they're concerned with the miles. I thought they would be concerned with the speed and all the stuff, but they don't pay attention to that. The main thing they care for is how many miles you're driving, and that's it. So if you're driving less miles, um you pay less. There's always a base rate, which is based on the car, of course. The most I have paid for base rate is like $27, which was for my Nissan Leaf. Some of the cars, like Supra, for example, is only like 13 or some dollars, $15, I think. It's very very low. And then if I don't drive Supra much at all, so pretty much that's what it is. I drive maybe a few miles a month. I mean, but I don't like the idea of not having an insurance on it. So this is the cheapest. This is the cheapest, and I can drive it anytime I want to. I'll just have to pay based on how many miles I put on that. And if I put like 200 miles, I'll pay the base rate plus whatever 20, 30, 13 cents, or whatever the rate is per mile. I don't even remember because it's really such a little amount, and then you pay that. So it's very easy to work with. Uh, Now, that makes, I mean, four car full coverage insurance, I was paying $100 a month. And that is really cheap. Like the cheapest I found for car insurance was about a little bit over 200 to 250 ish. Because remember, the newer the car is, the uh, more the insurance will be. So one of my car was still under loan finance, so that that was higher insurance. And so I was paying $250, and then when I did sign up with Metro Mile, I was saving $150, and that's because they took into account the miles, and which affected my rate a lot. And as an added bonus, what I got from this Metro Mile insurance company is GPS tracking. Now, when I worked at a Beaverton Toyota car dealership, we used to sell a package called Halo, and this thing was literally GPS tracking. And so when I bought my car, I paid for it. I got a year's contract for about $500, and the device they give me, the OBD2 device, $500 for 1 year. That's just no insurance. It's just It's just the GPS tracking. So I wanted to know if somebody steals it, where the car is. And it worked for a year, and I believe after that, that company that made Halo went out of business and it didn't work. So for 1 year, I paid $500. Now, this Metro Mile does that for every single one of your car that you insure. So you have to put that in the car. So if you get it stolen, they will know exactly where it is. If you have young kids in your household, and you will know where they are in the car. So it's pretty cool to have a GPS tracking device in your car. Now, if you buy one yourself, you will still be paying for a data plan, using data plan on how, like if you put your own GPS tracker is, I mean, the cheapest I think is like based on the cell phone plan you pay for. I think it's like $60 a year. That's an extra cost, plus the device that you have to purchase. So per car. So if you're paying for 4 car GPS tracking, you're paying 60, almost $240 for 4 cars, and then plus GPS tracking device, that adds up, whatever the $60, $70 for that tracking device. And now you have to pay it every year. So 240 is the cell phone plan. So because that's how you will be able to track it. And then you will be able to, one time you will be buying $200-300 worth of GPS trackers. um, but this is all provided to you with this insurance company, which is cool. um, and there's no limit on how many miles you drive, so you can drive as many, but just the more you drive, of course, the more. With all this pandemic going on, is actually works in your favor. This type of insurance company is really good also, in a sense that, if you drive less, you will save. And other insurance companies don't care. This insurance company is, I think, is more like a technical company. So their business model is totally different than a traditional insurance company. Other thing is that this company flat out refused to insure my car that was above $100,000. So I had a $130,000 retail price on one of my cars, and they said they can't insure it because it's too expensive. So I had to go through a different insurance company. But so, I mean, they just don't insure all the cars. So I wasn't able to insure all the cars. The most I and the most number of cars they insure is about 4. So if you're more than 4, then you're gonna have to have another insurance company. But at least on the 4 cars, up to 4 cars, especially if you like, me, that you have multiple cars and you drive very little, and even if you drive more, it's still gonna save you money. Um, but yeah, it saves you money based on your driving. And of course, that is a, why pay for something if you're not using it? That's what it boils down to. So if you deal with a traditional insurance company, they charge you regardless of how many miles you drive. They don't care if you're one person, or you have a household full of drivers. They still charge you pretty much the same. Of course, if you have a young driver, then they will add the driver, but they really um, don't save you money. So give it a try. I'm gonna post the link down there, and it's a free quote, to find out how much saving you will do. Um, you know, 5-10 minutes of your time. You put in your VIN number, you put in your information, and you're just getting a quote, and you'll find out exactly what you're saving. Of course, you need to know how many miles you're driving in a month. So you based it on your current driving habits, and let's say if you go to work, you drive 8 miles one way, you drive two way about 18 miles, and you drive 5 days a week. You add that in, then you can add, if you drive on weekend, you drive so many miles. You can add it up. I personally drive very little. I like 500 to 600 miles a month. uh unless I go long drive or something like that. But then that's rare, not every month or anything like that. Maybe once a year. Um, but yeah, this thing is costing me very little, and um, I mean, no, I think it's the best thing that happened to the insurance company business. So give it a try, and please share your rate so I know how much you save. Or if you didn't save, let me know too, because I want to know either way. So thank you, and yeah, click the link, and I do get some referral uh, fee from them for referring you to them, and hopefully you like them, and then you save money. And if you don't have to pay anything to do it, the quote is totally free. You just have to uh, take your time to put in your information. But you don't have, this is literally a tech company, so you don't talk to any human. You can do all the stuff with the apps on the web browser, or the app on your phone. But I think when I did it was through web browser. And if you want to, they do have tech support, so you can call that too. But yeah, good luck to you, and thank you for uh, trying my recommendation. And if you like this video, please click the like button, and if you subscribe, YouTube likes that, so it helps me grow and helps me, motivates me to post more videos like that. Thank you. Bye.